All right, hey guys, what's going on? Needs more drums back in Alma, Missouri for episode 4, yeah, of our of our series where we're trying to save the family farm from one last challenge in FS22. And today it's a little bit of a bonus episode. So this is probably coming out either the Friday a couple days after Christmas or maybe even the week after, given my schedule, or a few days after. We'll see, kind of around there. But my schedule this week is a little bit crazy. I'm recording this on the 23rd, so the day before Christmas Eve, and I have a lot of things going on the next couple days. Going to go back home a couple times, for Christmas, and then I have a gig on Friday, the 27th, with my band, since everybody's back home. Really excited about that. And then we have our Christmas concert for my church the week after, so I got rehearsal for that the following Thursday. Just tons of things going on. Going to see a comedy show on Sunday. Like this week is just crazy, man. Every day I got something going on. But anyway, enough about my life. So what are we doing today? Well, this is a bit of a bonus episode because I didn't actually plan on having this episode in the series, but after I was thinking about it, I figured it might be a good one to throw in. There's a lot that we have to do on the farm today that doesn't involve anything really with crops, but I thought it might be cool to kind of just do a little fun little episode with this. So the plan today is to sell a bunch of stuff. In the last episode, we got our hay sold, or at least half of it sold. At least as much as I want to sell. I don't want to sell it all because I want to keep some for the animals. And that brought us up to $8,000. We're, out of the red, which is fantastic, but we still got a lot more things to sell. So 3 things that I got to do today. First one is we're selling all of our silage. We have some nice stacks of silage. You probably can't see any from here, but every single field we have a big stack of silage bales. And so we're going to get all of those sold. There's no reason to keep any of that on the farm, because we're going to get one more cut before the winter. Usually October, November, we're able to get a third cut of grass, and so we'll turn all that into silage. And then that's going to be a huge moneymaker for us. I'm just so excited to see how much we're going to make from that, because silage is always just so much. And then second thing, we're going to sell a lot of our produce. So we got those 3 greenhouses kind of back here. You can see one of them right there. We haven't sold any of that produce yet, and we have a lot sitting in the storage. Actually, let's go ahead and pop into our production chain. As you can see, we have 8,000 liters of strawberries getting stored. We have 8,000 liters of pumpkins and 4,000 liters of tomatoes. So plenty of stuff stored that we can sell. Should, make a couple grand off of that, which is always good. And then finally, since I mentioned we sold half of the hay, we're going to keep the other half. It's a beautiful sunny day, not supposed to rain as far as I know, and so we got to get that moved into the barn, because if it does rain, then it's going to ruin the quality of the hay. So we need to spend a little bit of time moving all of that. We have those 2 big fields, the field kind of to the right there behind the cow barn, and then another field I think to our left, if I remember correctly, something like those 2. We have still, the bales aren't even stacked yet, so I figured, I didn't want to stack them because I would just throw them right in the trailers. So that's agenda task number 3 today. And so to sell our first thing I want to do actually is sell the produce. We're going to jump in our old little Chevy GMC, whatever it is here, unbranded C7500. And we're just going to go load up some pallets. I've driven this truck before, and I like driving this truck because it reminds me of the trucks I used to drive when I was doing some landscaping. So, little fun fact, before I work in downtown Chicago doing a finance job, doing a math for lawyers essentially. But before that, it was COVID, and my start date got kind of switched around a little bit and postponed. So I picked up a job at my local landscaping place, and made a little bit of cash, got in great shape, and worked the summer doing some landscaping, and then they sold Christmas trees in the winter. So I did that in the winter as well until I started in January of 2021. So fun little fact. But yeah, we drove these C7500 trucks, and you needed the CDL to drive them on the roads, but we were able to kind of drive them around the lot, around the yard and stuff. So yeah, fun little memory from my past. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the telehandler, wherever that is, and we'll get some of these pallets loaded up. But speaking of pallets, we have to do this first. So actually, we have this mod installed. I believe it's like the Better Production Chains or something. So if I go over here, you click Manage Production Point. and then I can click on tomatoes. And so one pallet is 500 liters. So I could, you know, choose the amount of pallets that I want to sell. I think I'll do all 8 for now. And it looks like, there we go. There's our 8 pallets of tomatoes. And here's the water kicking on in one of these. Very cool. But yeah, so they sit in storage until you're actually ready to move them out, which I think is pretty handy. But yeah, we're gonna go grab the telehandler, jump into a quick little time lapse, and get these loaded up and take them to the sell point. I don't know what sell point yet. Gotta figure that out, but it'll be one of them. So stay tuned. All right, I promise, I'm better than this with a forklift in real life. I promise. This is not my finest work, but you know what? It's gonna work because it's Farming Simulator. But anyway, let's go and jump into the prices menu. So tomatoes are selling at the diner for $477, and not the highest price, but kind of right in the middle of the road. Can't really complain. The fluctuation on these isn't terrible, so we need the money now. So what can we do? But the diner is actually not sure where the diner is. It's in here somewhere, I'm sure. Pizzeria, dairy, bakery, diner, right there, downtown. Cool. So it's that second building right there off of that road. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and drive over there and see how much they are willing to pay us. Well, I know how much they're willing to pay us, but see how much money we make. Shouldn't be too shabby. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so I think the diner should be somewhere like over here. I'm actually gonna jump in the menu and turn the markers on because I don't know where it would be. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's always helpful sometimes to pop these on when you're going somewhere for the first time. Don't really know where it's at. Let's go ahead and pull up right here. We will oh, there they go. They're already getting sold. All right, it's a little less than 2,000 for our tomatoes. Not bad, not bad. Thought they might be a little bit more, but I guess, you know, $500 for 4,000 liters, that kind of makes sense. Or just under $500, that is. All right, let's go ahead and go back. We'll get our other. Oh wait, this is not a road. Don't know what I'm doing. You can tell I've haven't driven around this map much, or at least not in these back alleyways and stuff. Anyway, we're gonna go and head back, do the same thing with our strawberries and our pumpkins, and just see which place is offering the highest price. We'll go take them to, you know, whatever respective location that might be. Then I will check back in with you guys once we have done that. Okay, just turn around in the middle of the street. That's fine. Whatever, man. See you back at the farm. All right, and here we are, just pulling into town for the last time, pulling up to the diner here, and we're up to 13 grand, which is not bad. Let's see, I didn't even look to see if this was the highest paying place, but you know what? It must be. Let me just check. Not that it matters now, but I'm mainly just curious. Yep, diner restaurant, 1,401, and I think we got a couple more here. Just sold. Not the most expensive crop, but overall, you know, can't complain. Every penny counts when you don't have a lot of money. So yeah, so overall about almost 7,000 bucks, I think. More like 6,000 actually. Not a bad haul for just having a couple of greenhouses, and that's not even all the products. So I think, you know, I'm just gonna sell them kind of one load at a time like that. I just ended up being able to fill the truck like one time with each. About, you know, what do we have? 12 pallets each load, so not too bad. We still got quite a bit left in the greenhouses, but we'll just do that, you know, once we have some more time later in a couple months or whatever, and hopefully the prices should be a bit higher too. So now let's go back to the farm. I actually didn't even check to see if the silage was ready to be sold yet today, so we'll go ahead and do that. And sorry in advance if you can, and this guy's not going to stop because they never stop in this map. But yeah, sorry in advance again if you can hear my heater in the background. It's December, it's cold, my heat's always running, and it's loud in my little home office slash YouTube studio or whatever you want to call it. So apologies for that. But yeah, we're gonna go back, we're gonna go check on the silage, and if it's ready to be sold, I'd rather get that sold now, and then we can spend the rest of the day just stacking up our hay bales. Yeah, just checking on these right here. Silage 6,000 liters, perfect. I think all of our bales are ready to go because that's the last one that we cut and baled. So it's a good sign. But all right, let's go and get the telehandler all ready and hooked up with the right attachment. We'll load up a couple truckloads and then just go from there. So talk to you guys in a bit. All right, we're gonna try this. Can I get? Oh, perfect. Yes, I was hoping I can get a tension strap on that bale. Oh, look at this, perfectly centered here. Not so perfectly centered, but man, that's a nice load right there. Beautiful. Yeah, I didn't want to make a second trip to this field, so we're just gonna call it a day there. Now let's get these strapped down. Oh, nice textures on the belts on these. I like that. The yellow, very realistic. But yeah, we'll have Darren take his truck up there. I'll go ahead and follow him in the Kenworth. We're going to go and get these sold. And then we're just going to come back. I think I'm going to skip a time lapse for now. We're just going to come back and do the same thing for all of our 4 fields of hay. Get all of the silage bales sold. And then we'll just recap once we see how much money we got after these. But yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Taking the time to pre-stack these off to the side makes loading absolutely a breeze, especially when you have, you know, a little bit of cheating going on with some auto load like this. But these trailers are not auto load, and you can see that they're not perfect, but it works, and it's actually fun, and it takes, you know, not super long to get this all, you know, loaded up and everything. So yeah, I would highly recommend, you know, pre-stacking your bales off to the side until they're ready to be sold. So, all right, see you guys at the store. Or sorry, I lied. See you guys once we've got all these sold. Talk to you in a bit. All right, so we just got back from selling the last of our silage bales, and anybody want to take a guess as to how much money we made from all of our bales? 20,000, 30,000, 50,000? Not even close. $100,000 in the bank. We made about 140 of that, $140,000 from just selling those silage bales. What a payday! This is fantastic. We have enough to pay back our loan plus some. So we're gonna wait to pay that back until a little bit later in the day. For now, we were stacking some of the bales while Kyle and Darren were driving, you know, hauling them down to the sell point. But we're just gonna continue to grab them from the field. We'll just load them directly onto the trailer since we don't, you know, have anything else to do today. Kyle and Darren just gonna, you know, kill time and kind of wait for me to load these up. Then we'll just transfer them over right behind these trees here to the barn. It just makes it so much easier to, you know, load them all up on the trailer and just drive them over there. No use doing a 1,000 trips, doing it like, you know, one telehandler load at a time. We're gonna go ahead and jump in. Just get started with this, and it's only noon, so we got plenty of time. We only have 2 fields too, which is nice. Only this one you can see in the distance there, that other field of hay, the ones that we didn't sell. So really looking forward to getting this all wrapped up, and then we'll transfer these to the barn and call it a day. So overall, very, very productive day, if I say so myself. Yeah, I'm just so excited. I honestly didn't expect it to be that much. I thought we'd for sure make at least like 50 grand from all the silage, but I mean, to come to think of it, we did have over 100 bales. But I mean, man, that was something else. So really looking forward now to next year. Hopefully, you know, in our 3rd cut of grass when we make it into silage. I doubt that we'll sell any because I'll probably want to keep some for the for any cows that we purchase, you know, for the winter. And I just don't want to have to worry about food. I want to make sure that they have enough food throughout the year. But I think, you know, next year we'll definitely try to sell some silage if we have enough to have some excess silage. It'll be a great source of money for us. So cannot complain at all about that. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get back to work here. Get these loaded up. And jump into a little bit of a time lapse or a montage or whatever you want to call it. Then we'll check back in once we're kind of wrapped up for the day. So see you in a bit. All right, we just got done here, moving all of our hay bales into the barn. As you can see, we got a good amount. I think you know, if we're able to get some animals for the winter here, we should have no problem feeding them at least through the winter, and then we can have another hay harvest in the spring if we need to. But yeah, that's about a wrap for today. That's, you know, kind of the main things that I wanted to do. You know, we got the produce sold, we got the silage sold, made a huge amount of money, and then we got all of our hay bales stacked in the barn. So I'm gonna go and pull this over by the power washer, and then just before we end though, I think I'm gonna actually pay off our loan. If I remember correctly, we only have $50,000 of a loan, and yeah, there's no reason not to pay that off right now when we have 3 times as much. So, you know, that'll save us from having to pay future interest payments. Let's just go ahead and check on that real quick. Yeah, here we go. So total loan, $50,000. Remaining amount, $46,876. Let's just go and see if I could pay that. There we go. Done. Still 111,000 in the bank. Not bad. Can't complain there. Beautiful day. We're going to get started with harvest probably in the next episode. I'm super excited. We got the, probably going to start with the oats. Those will be ready, and then we can move on from there. So, yeah, by the time I'm recording this, it is now after Christmas. By the time I release this, it's probably going to be after New Year's. So, hope you all had a Merry Christmas, or, you know, a great holiday season. And I hope you guys all have a great start to 2025. I hope 2024 treated you well. I thank, you know, all of you guys so much for the support for the channel over the past year. You know, the channel grew pretty significantly in 2024, and I hope to keep that up in 2025. So thank you guys so much for all of the support, and thank you so much for watching this episode. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Happy New Year. I will see you in harvest season. Peace out.